I'm Lisa Loeffner, founder and CEO of Go Electric. Electricity, we're so dependent on it, especially businesses like hospitals and the Department of Defense, where lives and national security is at stake. But energy is not always reliable, and the cost of that problem is staggering. So utilities are running new programs, one of which is called demand response, to help energy be more reliable. Demand response is where your utility pays you to shed load when the grid becomes unstable. And demand response is turning out to be an outstanding opportunity for Go Electric. So we're launching a product that's hardware and software called LYNC DR. We've integrated battery energy storage with a patented microgrid controller and ADR, automated demand response software, and it goes and it delivers demand response services, including a load shed. But we don't turn building systems off. We actually island that facility, and we connect that facility then with all of the energy resources that we can tap into: generators, solar, wind. So those loads are protected. There's never an interruption, so that building carries on while it's participating in DR. And because we have advanced inverters, we can actually put energy back onto the grid. So who'd have thunk that you could take solar and wind, which are intermittent energy resources, and make the grid more stable with our solution? We're pushing LYNC DR into commercial, industrial, and military markets because those are businesses that have critical processes that can use our system, and they don't tolerate power outages. And there's 3 key benefits they're getting from our system. They're getting demand response income, they're getting energy security in the form of uninterruptible power, and we're lowering their energy costs through peak shaving, power factor correction, and other battery services. We believe we surpass DR competitors because we don't turn systems off and because we deliver 3 more energy sources. And that positions us to disrupt another industry called UPS because we have a UPS that pays for itself. Our current biz model is to actually give our equipment away for free to utility customers, and we get our revenue from the utility DR programs and also from a UPS fee from the end users. We're currently forecasting pretty good growth, and we already have a system in Honolulu at 3.5 megawatts. We're delivering 4 systems into New York early next year. And in the 4 months that we have been trying to get customer discovery, we've been asked to participate in Hawaiian Electric's DR solicitation, and Con Ed's. We're shortlisted, and these are the end users that have asked us to take another look at our systems. Our team is small, but we pack a great punch. We have over 50 years in venture and new product commercialization at corporates and startups, and we're doing a Series A, and that's my time.
How does your product get installed to the customer? Are you doing it directly, or are you outsourcing it?
We are outsourcing. Our route to market is to partner with, actually right now, generator companies who are already delivering typical generators and or UPS or both. So we're using their sales and distribution to actually help us find the customers in their locale, install the equipment, and then we do the validation measurement and then all of the monitoring through a cloud-based DR portal.
We've seen a lot of building management systems with smart inverters, and one of the things that you said made you different is the access to solar and wind power. Are you talking about charging the batteries at different times to avail of those resources, or are you talking about, can you explain more about what you mean there?
Sure. Since we are agnostic to AC or DC energy resources, so we can connect to anything: a generator, solar, wind. In Hawaii, you've got a lot of solar on the roof, not as much generators. So at some point in time, after you've been peak shaving, if you're not in DR event, you have to recharge the batteries. So we actually build in algorithms to look at the lowest cost of energy. We're already connected to the AC output of the existing solar, or we can put it in with a partner, and then we'll recharge the batteries at the right time. If the grid goes out, say in a grid outage, we actually commutate solar, so solar keeps operating. So we're able to, like I said, continually provide that building uninterrupted power regardless of what's going on around it.
So I'm just thinking about the business model as you move forward in time. if your revenue comes from DR programs, from the utilities, but you've got upfront capital costs, how are you managing or thinking about the ability to manufacture your product, get it in place, and
Sure.
finance it before you can actually start to bring in that revenue?
Right. Utility who have incentivized DR programs are paying about 50% of the installed cost of your equipment. So half of your bill to install is already paid for. The other half you have to finance, and we're actually talking with Duke Energy and Generate Capital about setting up a $50 million project financing fund ahead of if we win the Hawaiian Electric proposal. So we've got project financing in place. And then the funding that comes through the utility program actually makes for an outstanding business model over a 10-year contract with that utilities DR program.
You mentioned load curtailment and peak shaving. Are you also doing frequency regulation?
Yes, a few of the utilities want black start frequency regulation, volt var support, and since we have a 4-quadrant control inverter, we can inject and dispatch also, not only from the batteries, but also any of the resources we're attached to.
And what is the impact on a project? Do you have results in less than 5 seconds?
We have commissioning going on now, and it works. That's all I can tell you because it's a military base. And we have our test cell. Come see us.
Okay, nice job, Lisa.